A new contract, an opportunity, and a fine. That is what we're going to be talking about in today's Talking Reds. Make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already for all your latest Liverpool news, transfer news, and much, much more in Liverpool content. So, in breaking news in the last an hour or so, Rio Ngumoha has been offered a professional contract. He has been given a professional contract, not just offered it, he's accepted it as well. A professional contract, and he has got his first one at Liverpool. Fantastic news. Brilliant to get such a talent signed up to Liverpool professionally, and congratulations to Rio Ngumoha as well for that, certainly, absolutely, because he absolutely deserves that. So that is valid until 2028. So it is a 3-year contract at the moment with Ngumoha. So that's his first professional contract with Liverpool, and it's fantastic news, and it's brilliant news for Ngumoha and brilliant news for Liverpool. So what a brilliant start to the stream! Brilliant news for that. But let's get on to the latest on Ibrahima Konate. Then, so there was reports out the other day regarding Konate's move to Real Madrid looking much more likely, but James Pearce has had his say on the situation. It's sort of mixed situation right now with what James Pearce said. So basically saying the words that was said the other day in Marca, I think it was Marca, the ones that produced it, are basically inaccurate. But they're still unaware of whether this is going to happen or not with Liverpool and Konate. Is the contract going to happen or not? It's still not looking good right now in terms of there's nothing being agreed. There's no breakthrough going to happen. But I was going to go over exactly what it says. So sources close to Konate insist that reports in Spain are inaccurate. Konate hasn't given Real Madrid his word. Senior Anfield figures have remained tight-lipped over what has been offered financially and what it would take for him to re-sign. But then he also went on to say as well, if the impasse isn't resolved, Konate seems sure to receive free agent offers from top European clubs not called Real Madrid, but currently his sole focus is achieving more glory in the Liverpool shirt, and no final decision has been made over his future. So it's like a mixed report, really. So basically, whatever Marca said the other day, whatever the Spanish newspaper saying the other day, according to the sources close to Konate, that is not accurate. He has not given his word to Real Madrid. However, because nothing has been, a breakthrough hasn't happened, nothing has been agreed with Liverpool and Konate, there's always that opportunity for Konate to leave. And there are going to be free agent offers in probably January coming in. But according to his business, maybe not Real Madrid. So, we're going to get down to the last 6 months as of his contract again. It's going to be another situation like Trent. It's going to be another situation like Salah and Van Dijk. Just hopefully Konate does sign on dotted line. Hopefully Liverpool can get that deal over the line, because I don't want Konate to leave. There's a lot of people that do for whatever reasons. I don't want Konate to leave. If Matt Gay comes in, Matt Gay and Konate should be battling it out for that centre back place for me. Van Dijk could be going in a year's time or whatever, whenever he does go. Hopefully he gets that extension. But we need at least, and I think Gomez as well, in 2 years' time, his contract runs out in 2 years' time, Gomez does. So really, we're need to replace Gomez at some point. So for me, Matt Gay and Konate is perfect competition for that centre-back place. So I hope we can get this resolved. I hope Konate does sign on the dotted line. I hope we can keep one of the best centre-backs in world football at Liverpool. But right now, as it stands right now, what do I think is going to happen? I'm never on the fence. I don't think I'm sort of leaning towards, I think he might leave. But I'm hoping he doesn't. It's only slightly, though. I think, like say the fence is 50-50. I'm sort of leaning on the side of like 51% of him leaving. So it's not much of me deciding this. I don't like sitting on the fence, but I'm not far off the fence. I've still got like my fingers caught to it, maybe. My ass is not on it, but my leg might be. Good. How are you doing, Marge? How are you doing? You can join me if you want to join me. I can send you the link if you like. But yeah, so Konate, the situation with Konate is just one of those ones which we might have to just ride out at the moment. Just ride out. Hopefully nothing too drastic changes for him to want to leave Liverpool, but I don't think it will. At the end of the day, I think Konate's happy with Liverpool right now. I think he wants to obviously win with Liverpool. Let's see if we can do enough this season to say, look, let's see what we offer him. Also, the staying tight-lipped on what we are offering him, but I don't know how much we can offer him, if I'm honest, because at the end of the day, he is one of the best centre backs in world football. But again, we do have that wage structure where you've got to earn that sort of wage. Konate and Van Dijk and Salah worked years and years to. Let me send you something on WhatsApp. I've been absolutely done. Okay. Van Dijk and Salah had to wait years and years for their improved contracts. I would go up to, for me, I've said it before, I'll go up to that 170, 180 tops for me for Konate. If it's 200k a week, if he stays fit and he stays consistent, then absolutely, I'm happy with him being on 200k a week. But 1 second, Nige sent me something here. 1 second, what's he sent me here? Why has he sent me here? What? What is this, Nige? Latland, mid-90s, I think. Random for over. That's my guess, anyway. Nige, that is not you. Surely not. In the mid-90s. By the way, Naj, what I've just realised by Naj is in the chat now. We've just worked out that Naj is a time traveller.
I've been absolutely done there, haven't I?
One in a Dortmund shirt and all.
Got done. Got done there. Got a message last night off my mate saying, "Hey lads, you're on anything Liverpool," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Anything Liverpool?" Saying you're in the.
And it's around Liverpool. Around Liverpool.
That's it. Around Liverpool, and I was like, "What?"
I don't know if I'm allowed to show the picture on here.
Do you know, I've been sent that about 50 people have sent to me.
That is madness.
Got absolutely done. But we missus went, "What was you looking at?" And to be honest,
we need to know your family roots here right now.
Me?
Yeah. That is literally spitting image of you in an old Dortmund shirt. But what I'm looking at, you guys are confused at home here. What I'm looking at. Naj, if you go onto Instagram and try to find, just go on Instagram, guys. If you are watching, go on Instagram, go Around Liverpool. It's called Around Liverpool Instagram page. And there is a picture from mid-90s, and there's a guy in it with a Dortmund shirt that looks exactly like Naj. And he's got an old Dortmund shirt. It's proper 90s retro Dortmund shirt. It's something that Naj would probably wear, including the shirt and the shorts. Probably wear the entire thing.
Put it this way, I wasn't even born. So I went. Do you know?
You're a time traveler. That's what we just worked it out. You're an absolute time traveler. That's what you are.
I got a message. Got a message like about midnight last night, mate, saying, "Have you seen this on Instagram?" I was like, "What?" And he tagged me.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That is.
Do you know what's weird? Is like I was going down that lane the other day, and it was like probably about 3 weeks ago. And you know when you think someone's looking at you, and then I turned round and like that obviously got me as we turning round, and I've been absolutely roasted for everyone's like, "No, you're looking at the girl. You're looking at the girl." I'm not, because I was like. Someone's looking at me here, and I was like, turn around.
You know what we have to do now, Naj? You know what we have to do now? We have to recreate that.
Oh no, I've been done.
I actually would put on a blonde wig just to recreate that picture. That would be fucking hilarious. I would happily put on a blonde wig to get the woman in the video in the picture to ensure that picture is recreated.
Oh, God, done. Everyone keeps saying I'm that meme now. Do you know where it's like? And then this girlfriend shouting at him, and he's there.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. It's quite similar to that. But yeah, like I said, I will happily put on a blonde wig. I'll put my hands up now. I'll happily put a blonde wig to recreate that photo.
If you want to laugh, go and look at the comments. People are like, "No, I think it's about 2007." This because there's the kids in 2007 Liverpool kit in the background, and I'm at the top comment. I was like, "Lad,
is it actually you then?"
What?
Is it actually you then?
Yeah, it's genuinely me.
I thought it was someone actually from the 90s that looked like you.
No. Look at what I've got in my hand. I've got my phone in my hand.
Ah. I thought you're doppelganger. All right, so it is you. Okay. Fair enough.
But I've got done. Either way, I've got done. So yeah, you know, It's my twin brother anyway. It's not me.
Okay, there's me thinking it was like a proper. I'm looking at it because it says mid-90s. I thought, so if you're not born in mid-90s, who is that? So it is you. Okay, that makes absolute sense. I'm not recreating it. I'm not going to born with.
Hey, whoever runs that account, pure rage bait. That is it. Like, right, I've got an iPhone in my hand. I've got brand new trainers on. I'm just like,
That's what I was saying. That why you'd actually wear that stuff.
I have. It is me. I've genuinely got that Dortmund top. Like,
right, okay, fair
and
enough.
that is a '95 Dortmund top. So I think you've probably seen that and gone, yeah, I'm going. We'll stick it up. And
yeah, and they put like a little bit of a 90s tint on it, aren't they? Like a little bit of a filter on it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, but yeah. Konate news regarding Konate. Nothing has changed as such, but James Pearce has sort of rubbished off the reports of him agreeing a word with Real Madrid. But there are going to be free agent offers in January for Konate, so we need to get that solved as ASAP for me. Right. Oh, Ngumoha, I did say at the beginning, Rio Ngumoha has been signed onto a professional contract. Fantastic news for that. His first professional contract, 17 years old, and it is until 2028. So it's fantastic news for Rio Ngumoha and fantastic news for us as well. But I'm going to go on to, obviously, the Ekitike stuff. Fined. He's likely to be docked. Well, I say fined. He's going to be fined. Ekitike is likely to be docked 2 weeks of his wages for lack of discipline against Southampton, according to Dominic King. And I think Lewis Steele also mentioned it as well. Overreaction?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think it's. I'd have just left it on Tuesday night. That'd been done for me. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we need to go that deep into it. Look, it is pretty silly what he did do, but at the end of the day, like, we're all young, we all make mistakes, you know. Like, and
do you think do you think it was an honest mistake, or do you think because they are finding him? Seems like it's like a pit, like his knew that he was on a yellow.
I don't know. People keep I think people clutch at straws who are saying that you know, he's threatened that Isak's coming. He knew full well Isak was going to be at the club, and any professional footballer that goes, oh, I don't really want to, you know, I want to be the main man. Like, he still will be the main man. Like, in fact, even in Isak coming in, Isak isn't the main man. The main man is on the right wing, and you're never going to get over him. Like, he is the main man, Mo Salah. So if you come into a club like Liverpool, you're being, you know, you come into a team. It's like, I'll put it to you this way, right? So at Newcastle, Isak was the main man, wasn't he? Like, he was the man. Like, Isak's like come up a level to Liverpool now. It's like the same way when players go into like Real Madrid or Man United back in the day, or Barcelona. Like, you're becoming like part of the team. There's not really any main men there. Like, there's multiple main men, and I think, like, you know, people clutching at saying that he's like, oh, he's done it because Isak's there. Like, I just know he knows full well that Isak's going in. And by the way, look at how good footballers play when they've got a bit of pressure on them. Like, it's like Isak will be feeling it as well. Like, it'd be like, oh, you know, Isak knew that Ekitike was there and still came anyway. You know, that's like, it's going to be a good battle. And, you know, there's 3 years difference in their age, which is, you know, sound, to be honest. And I think that's like sort of like the right age you want, sort of the gap between players, or like maybe sometimes a bit younger. But I think it's a bit overstretched with all this at the minute. Like, that's just.
I get having standards, right? And I get having discipline and making sure, like, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it's not really an example, make an example of someone. But I think there's certain things I'd be like, yeah, that's a bit of a piss. It's like a boss. It's like having a boss, and a boss being like power. What's the power trip? Having a power trip.
Yeah.
And thinking it can do certain things. I think I get having a standard. Like, and I absolutely appreciate like the Slots like coming with standards and say you can't do this, you can't do this. I want a standard of player as well on the pitch. Absolutely. But I think that then there's like also like human side of things as well, where I look at, like, if you mix Slot and Klopp together, I think we'd have the perfect manager.
Yeah.
Because I don't think under Klopp, I don't think he would have got a fine for this. He'd got a bollocking.
He probably laughed at it, Klopp, in the press conference. I'm not saying that. Do you know what? Slot was quite jokey in the press conference. Like, you know, he wasn't really. And people are like, another thing that people are like trying to make a story out of, like, oh, Slot's like, he's gone proper hard in there, you know, and call him shoot. He was joking, you know, like you could tell he was like his mannerism was like, oh, I haven't have done it, you know. It's like it's a bit of a joke sort of thing. Look, I don't know if he is going to get docked 2 weeks' wages. He might be. I don't know. Like, but my question is, red cards last season. We had 2 red cards last season. One was Dallo against PSV, if you remember, and the other one was 3 red cards we had. The other one was Gravenberg towards the end of the season.
Right, yeah.
And then the other one was Robertson against Fulham.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I wonder if they got docked wages. Like, I don't think they did. And that no news come out about them getting docked wages. I don't think they would have done.
No, it'd come out. It'd come out. There'd been docked wages. The news
would
come out.
I don't believe it to be true. Who's reported it, by the way?
Well, Dominic King and Louis Steele.
I can't.
Very reliable.
Unless it's something else. You know, unless it's something else, like I think
that suggests, you know, docking him in wages for a red card for that. I think that suggests he knew he was on a yellow card. He just did it as like I don't know. That's the only thing. If it was an honest mistake, if he just didn't know which we thought it was just like he forgot he was on a yellow card. If that was it, there's no docking wages for me.
No,
there's no docking wages for me anyway. And if he knew it was on a yellow card, I just think it was just. I think it's not that deep, but. I still want like I do want discipline. I do want like a structure and you know like Slot to be like I don't accept this. I don't accept this. But then I think like I said a fine for me. It's a bit like I don't know. I can't really compare it to normal life stuff. It's like I don't know, work in a shop.
There isn't really any, is there? Like to compare in real life.
Work in a shop and you get into an argument with a customer and call them a dickhead and you get fined. You know, it's just emotions, you know, you call them a dickhead. Yeah, it's not the right thing to do, but then they probably are a dickhead.
Yeah, I mean...
But, you know what I'm saying? Is it worth 2 weeks' wage?
No, I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be because that doesn't really like, you know, unless there's something underlying. Like, unless he's gone to Slot, like, oh, lad, I don't know why you're not starting me in this game. Like, some players can be like that and, you know, I think Salah is. I think Salah's one of them players where he's like, lad, I'm playing, you know what I mean? But I think Salah would definitely go around a different way about it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, if he does get doctor's wages, I hope he learns his lesson. He seems like he's learned his lesson anyway. Like he put out on Instagram and was just like, yeah, sorry. But you know, people got very short memories. So you know, Ekitike has been brilliant for us since he's come in. He's actually surprised me so much, like how easy he settled in. And I thought, you know, he's a project player. He's going to take a little bit of time. No, he's hit the ground running. He's been fantastic. He's been the best striker, like probably the best transfer that's come in this window, dare I say.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
In the Prem, you know, what's it, 5?
Yeah.
Was it 5 goals and an assist now in all the games he's played? And you know, like you can't fault the lad. He works his arse off. Like he's dead. You know, his touch brilliant, and he's been great. And I can't see a world where we go, oh, let's like sort of upset the apple cart and start dropping fines on him and stuff like that. And I don't know whether we do it or not, but whether it's we'll find out in the next few days. But yeah, I just think in terms of him right now, it's not the right way to go about it. Do you know what I mean? Like you've done so well. Let's dock you 2 weeks' wages for a stupid mistake. You know, unless there's something underlined. That's all I can think of it really being. Because why would you do it anyway?
And what I'm reading now as well, a Conte Iona, you know that journalist.
Yeah.
For Mercato, he said that it's false, completely false. The player has neither received a financial sanction nor a sporting sanction from the club.
I mean, look, if he comes on the pitch and like gets sent off straight away for something stupid, which quite easily can be done, you know, we've seen it in the past with players. Then you know, like for example, here's a really good example. When Nunes first joined Liverpool and he got sent off in his first home game against Crystal Palace, that's when you dock someone wages because that's stupid what he did. Like that is 10 times worse than what Ekitike did.
Yeah, butted him, didn't he?
Yeah, he just headbutted him. Like that's on, you know. And did Nunes get fined for that? no, because we'd have heard about it, and he didn't. And then, you know, for Ekitike to be doing something like, which is sort of like, you know, it's stupid, but it isn't like aggressive.
spur the moment thing. It's spur the moment thing. He didn't do anything against anyone. He just took his shirt and held it up.
Yeah, like, yeah, and I mean, like, there's different ways of controlling your emotions, isn't there, and stuff like that. And I think, you know, when he got his first yellow card, I actually don't think he should have got one, to be honest. It was just, he was getting his shirt pulled all over the shop, and then he just put his arm on him to push him off, and then he got booked for it. Well, he got booked for retaliation, which is, you know, which he shouldn't have done. But when you like that, and you know, you throw on goal and stuff, like, it is annoying, it is frustrating. Yeah, control your emotions better in that moment. But like with the Nunes one, he just turned around and headbutted him. Like he was, Joachim Andersen was at him all game, winding him up, and then he headbutted him. And then, you know, that put us in a position where we had to come back from 1-0 down, and then we drew. But that was, you know, we had 11 men on the pitch. We win that game, and that you know, that because of the circumstances, that cost Liverpool 2 points. Where, I mean, it didn't actually cost us any points, which is a relief. And you know,
he was the one that was the winner.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. The whole situation is just mad, isn't it? Like, he shouldn't have took his top off. He probably forgot. I don't think he had a ban. He's out for one game. He's back. You know, he's back in for the Chelsea game.
I just hope it doesn't.
Right.
I just hope it doesn't. If it does get fined, which at the moment it's mixed reports. Dominic King and Louis Steele are very reliable though as well. This is why.
Yeah.
It might happen.
Yeah.
But if that does happen, if he does get fined 2 weeks' wages, then I hope it doesn't affect him. I really don't. Cause I'd be pissed. I know. I'd be annoyed at myself for doing the mistake, but I'd be annoyed that, like, that's a bit of a harsh punishment.
I don't think it'll annoy him, to be honest. You know, I don't think he's that type of player. I think he's sort of, you know, he seems just quite blasé. Is that the right word? He doesn't seem like anything phases him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like Wirtz in a minute. Wirtz is getting pumped full of like crap online and stuff like that. We all know we can see him getting better, and we all know he's going to be a brilliant player for us. But the rest of the country, out of jealousy, think that Wirtz is rubbish. You know what I mean?
It's just they're just waiting for a moment to say, "I told you so." What a waste of money, sort of thing. That's what rival fans do, and the Liverpool fans are the same.
Yeah. I mean,
not me. I give people chances and time.
I mean, I don't know about some certain players for some clubs. Like, I don't know about some of the players United have signed. It's a bit questionable. Do you know what I mean? The goalkeeper and stuff like that they just signed. But I'll give them a chance, obviously. But yeah, in general, you know, Ekitike just seems like Wirtz. Like, he's just like doesn't. He obviously sees these.
He's just chilled. Just chilled, isn't he? Yeah,
just like whatever. Well, he gives a shit. Like, you know, that's the best way to be. I think. You know, people can let things eat them up and stuff like that. You've seen players buckle because, you know, all players have social media. Like, I know because people follow me and I speak to them. Do you know what I mean? And they, you know, get criticism and stuff, but like they don't let it eat them up. The worst thing you can do is let it eat them up. You know, I think Ekitike knows that everyone's behind him, so he's not really got any reason to sort of, you know,
affect him. Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Yeah. John said, "Hey guys, great news about Rio, and all can get better and better. Do you think Chiesa starts against Palace?" Well, if you ask me, Naj, do you think he starts, or do you think he should start? Two different questions. Do you think he should start? Yes, I think Naj will probably say the same.
Do you know what?
Probably not.
I actually don't think he should start. You know, do you want to know why? Don't want to burn him out. Only one reason I don't want to burn him out. I mean, I wouldn't mind him starting and then taking him off for Gap and then putting Gakpo on for the last half an hour or so.
Yeah.
But I just don't think Slot's going to do that because I think Isak's not fully fit. So I think Chiesa's going to come on for Isak. And I think that I'd like Chiesa to start, but I don't think he will. Just because Gakpo's had a complete rest. You know what I mean? He's completely rested. So, yeah, I think Chiesa will come on for Isak towards the, you know, second half, end of the second half, halfway through the second half. But yeah. I mean, we have. I can see he's put us a bit of a weird thing, hasn't he? Really, because the profiles are pretty similar of Isak and Ekitike. You know, it's quite interesting, isn't it? Because I think Slot would have started Ekitike on Saturday.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then he brought Isak on.
Yeah.
I think that's what it would have been.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's going to be after Isak starting now, and then Chiesa will be the man that comes on. By the way, I still think Chiesa still get minutes, regardless if Ekitike got sent off.
I'm hoping it is. Imagine him not getting any minutes now, not even coming off the bench. I'll be annoyed at that.
Oh, he will. He will. He will. Do you know what? It totally depends on the game as well. Like, the Crystal Palace are unbeaten in 17 games. If Liverpool go out to that game and do really well, and we're sort of, I don't know. This is hypothetical. I'm saying it. Liverpool 3-0 up. It probably doesn't bring Chiesa on. I'll be honest with you, because why would he? Unless it's like for a little bit of a rest or someone. I'd imagine he'd probably bring like Curtis Jones on, and then go to like a 4-4-2 or something like that, or 4-4-1-1. Because he likes to do that slot, doesn't he? When we're sort of defending like a bigger lead, if you like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, do you know what? I hope it is like that. So like that option I've given us there. That bring Chase on for the last 10 minutes. Like, I'd like that, because we sort of like if we're winning. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to come on if we're chasing a game. That's what I'm sort of saying to everyone. But yeah, listen, there's plenty of games coming up, and I think Chase is going to get some minutes in them. I think he deserves a start, definitely within the next 3 or 4 games. Definitely deserves starts, like without a doubt. Like, I don't think he'll start against Chelsea, but who have we got after that? Fulham, is it?
Shut my head.
United. Gakpo's got a great record against United.
International break though, in between.
Yeah. Maybe. I know he's getting picked for the Italy squad again, I've heard on Twitter today.
Yes, sir. Good. I'll say good. I don't like internationals, but it's good for him. I'm cheering Chiesa on there. Speaking of Isak, though, Isak has had a few words to say about his goal the other night, and also about the ambitions for the season as well. We're going to talk about Isak. Do you think he'll take his chance at the weekend? And after that, if Isak takes his chance, is it Isak now the favourite? Do we have a class favourite right now? And that's this comment here by Isak sort of made me sort of like raise my eyebrows a little bit, because I think you know what, I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm going to read it out. All the work was really done. Also about his goal on Southampton. All the work was really done by Fede. A high pressure regain. From that moment, I was trying to be in the right place, and I just took it away. Having what Slot said about Ekitike, saying, well, I should have just thanked Federico Chiesa. Isak has specifically thanked Federico. It's all Federico there with that. Do you think he's listened to Slot talk about Ekitike? Do you think it's like I'll give Chiesa praise, like a teacher's pet sort of thing?
6 of one, couple of the other, yeah, sort of that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Chiesa's to thank both of them. Like, they both got to thank Chiesa, haven't they? Realistically, and
yeah.
It wouldn't make the story if Ekitike went up to Chiesa after the game and went, "Oh, nice one, lad." Like, that wouldn't make the news, would it? Because it just wouldn't. But obviously, that is this little story now between them. Yeah, I mean, do you know what? Like, Isak's come in, and he's not up to fitness. He doesn't look that far off it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
He looks quite sharp on it. Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's got like a 90 minutes in him yet, like like the sprinting and stuff. But he looks like, I mean, he's absolutely lethal, isn't he? Like, around the box and stuff like that. So I'm not even gonna. It doesn't even matter that he's.
And that's why the Burnley game still makes no sense to me. Why he didn't go to Burnley? Because it doesn't matter about his fitness for that 5-10 minutes. It's so lethal in the box. It's a perfect player for it to drop to.
And I think with Isak as well, like, he's got a chance this weekend. I mean, this is what I mean. It's a great competition. He's got Ekitike's put himself in the shit, right? And Isak starting. I know Isak is the guy we bought a lot of money, spent a lot of money on, and Isak's going to be trying his hardest to bag and score. And then when Ekitike is back from his ban, what's Ekitike going to try and do? Take every single.
It's going to be like Trent and Robbo when they're trying to get the assists against each other.
Well, it works though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it did massively.
It makes you a better team. And yeah, I think, Isak this weekend, he's got a really good opportunity. I mean, it sounds quite weird saying this, but it's just the form of Ekitike has been fantastic. You can't discredit it. He's got the opportunity this weekend to just turn around and sort of cement it. Not even cement, just Slot's got to pick him for the Chelsea game. I do think he will anyway. Do you know what I mean? I think he'll pick him for the Chelsea game anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's such a... How good's this now, right? We've gone from having, last season, well, even since Firmino left, we've come from having just Jota when he was fit as a credible, good striker option to having two lethal strikers now. I mean, I'm not saying Jota was unbelievable for us, but last season he struggled with injury, didn't he? He wasn't Jota. He had periods where he was, and then difficult for him. And now we've got Ekitike, who's, by the way, 1 goal off, equaling Darwin Núñez in all competitions last season.
That's madness.
In under 10 games. And then we've got Isak, who's hungry to get goals. He's literally said, coldest interview I've seen, what do you want to do with Liverpool? I want to win everything. What more can you ask for?
That's what he said. He said it again. He said, I think especially when you play for a club like Liverpool, you've got to compete on all fronts. This is what we want to do. This is why we've got the squad that we have, and this is why we need, this is why squad depth is so important. When people say, oh, well, you're buying them to be on the bench, you're not buying them to be on the bench. I say this all the time. You're wasting money just to buy a bench player.
Yeah.
I've not heard that this summer. I've not heard that excuse not to buy anyone this summer because we bought Ekitike for the bench, technically now.
I mean, I never thought that Ekitike was going to be a bench player anyway.
Exactly. So it's just competition. This upcoming week, we've got Palace away, Galatasaray away, Chelsea away. Actually, Isak's got to start against Palace. That's no brainer because we ain't got Ekitike. Ekitike could start against Galatasaray. Isak against Chelsea.
I think he will. Yeah, I think that's what it'll be.
And the drop off isn't massive.
No. Well, what Ekitike's got on his side is he's in a lot fitter state than Isak, and he's red hot as well. He's red hot in form. So he's got that sort of edge over him in terms of I'm finding it no matter what at the minute. I mean, yeah, Isak's quite clearly the better player right now. In general, he just is. But I mean, do you know what? It's so difficult for me to say that because I just think Ekitike, he's literally turned around to everyone and gone he's almost gone watch how good I am, and I love that about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm discrediting by Isak's a better player. Yeah, he is just currently. But
you got to look at last season. Well, Isak's just what was it? 19, 20 goals in the league.
23.
Newcastle, 23 goals. There you go. Over 20 goals in the league for Newcastle.
Yeah.
In a side that won't even challenge for the title.
Played 34 games last season. Got 23 goals.
Which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
So. Yeah, I mean, because Isak's been good for 4. Well, I don't like this actually. People always say that Isak was rubbish when they bought him from Sociedad. The season before they bought him, he got 17 goals in the league, and he carried them to a cup. Not carried them. He was part of the team who got them the first cup in 20, 30 years, something like that. At Sociedad. Last 5 years, Isak's been in and there around being such a high level striker, and obviously he's gone to the next level at Newcastle, and now he's come to the top. He's at the top now, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's just going to be trying to impress. I don't know. To put it this way, it's frightening for other teams, isn't it? Oh my god, these two, and then you got to think about Salah, who's destroyed the whole league for the past 9 years. It's just. What a headache to have, eh?
Speaking of last season, Nash, Arne Slot has actually mentioned about last season, why the drop-off happened. That's what he said. So what I did was, I think everyone noticed this, I played a lot of time with the same players, and I think that cost us in the end of March, also the League Cup final. It was a period where we had to play PSG away, PSG at home in that final. From November to March, this is the most difficult period here in England. We won the league because I was always consistent with playing the same players, but it was also the reason why we were not at our best. But that's why, again, the squad depth is absolutely vital because he had no choice but to play the same players last season.
Yeah, I mean, the drop-off was... I mean, apart from, like... I think the midfield was in a good place last year, actually, because the drop-off wasn't huge to Jones because he was good last season. And, you know, I feel like the drop-off from Gravenberch to Endo was, like not even close. And then
the fact I said it the other day, the fact that Endo's our only natural DM in the entire squad, and it doesn't looking, he'd rather coach someone else into a DM. Tells you what Ansel thinks.
Bajcetic, I think, but I do like. Do you know what? Actually, I'm looking now to the next couple of months. Bajcetic will be getting a lot more game time. I'll tell you that because I think Slot's going to just probably bypass Endo now from now on. You know, sort of like in games. I don't think he's going to play in like the Carabao centre back, but I think in midfield, just the sheer legs of Bajcetic and just the, you know, he's a lot more comfortable on the ball, isn't he, than Endo?
Yeah.
Like, I say this to people all the time. Endo played most of his career at centre back, and people don't believe me when I say it. Go and have a look on Transfermarkt. Go at Stuttgart. He played a lot of centre back. When he was playing in Japan, he was actually a centre back when they bought him. So, you know, like he centre back. I don't mind him too much there in League Cup games and stuff. But I'd rather have a young 20-year-old Bajcetic who's second behind Adam Wharton for under 23s last season in every single stat. Like Adam Wharton's a £70 million player, and we've got one. We've got a Stefan Bajcetic sat there, you know, like ready to go. I think that's the depth for me going forward in the midfield is Bajcetic for Gravenberch. Endo possibly, but I think that's because of the age difference. You know, it makes more sense to have Bajcetic at 19 years old and Gravenberch at 23 rather than Endo, who's like 33 now, isn't he? So it makes a bit more sense. I do like Endo, by the way. I think he's got his role to play, but develop Bajcetic through.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Slot is right though. He needs them players to like perform. The second team, if you like. Yesterday, you know, Tuesday they didn't really perform, a lot of them. So I get it. I get it. I got it last season. It's his first season. He's in a brilliant position where he wants to win the league. Play your best team. Play your best team. I always say that as well. We said this actually last year loads. You know, Everton the other day, this is a good example. Everton, probably their best shot at getting a trophy this season, apart from the FA Cup. Probably that League Cup. You know, there's less teams in the League Cup as well.
They're out there, aren't they?
Yeah, David Moyes, though. Look at the state of the team he played. Play your strong.
Don't even get me started, mate. Do not get me started.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. I'll tell you why after live. Don't get me started on that. I can't believe they dropped everyone.
But you play strong and then you bring your subs on, don't you? If you're playing a game that's of significance, like no offense to Southampton, Liverpool can do that. You know, I think probably Everton could probably play a week.
They should have seen that as a chance to win a trophy.
Exactly. But Wolves, man, they've had a bad start, but they're still a good team. Like, there's no, you can't just go, oh, I'm not gonna do that. And I think that's what we've got. You know, this season, that second team's got to perform as far as they can in them competitions, like the FA Cup. Shocking last year against Plymouth. That second team. That's not. You know, I've not forgotten about that. So this season we've got them players now where we can sort of, you know, get through them competitions with a weakened team if we're playing weakened opposition. But obviously, have you spoke about the League Cup draw from last night? Who we've got?
Yeah. I forgot that even happened. You know, that's happened. Obviously, got Palace, didn't we? At home, I think it was. Was it at home?
Yeah.
I say, let's go through. Yeah, 1 second before we do go through the Carabao Cup 4th-round draw. So Arsenal at home to Brighton, Grimsby at home to Brentford. Who did Grimsby knock out? I can't remember. Swansea against Man City, Newcastle against Tottenham, Wrexham at home to Cardiff. Ooh, Welsh derby, yeah. Liverpool, Palace, Wolves, Chelsea, Wickham, Fulham. So yeah, we got Palace, and we seem to play them all the time. Not an easy game at all. I'm glad it's at Anfield at least, but it's still not an easy game. And before we do go, though, there was a little bit of news on Fenway Sports Group. FSG have completed due diligence on Getafe and are now considering their next move to look to build their multi-club model. So Getafe could be their first multi-club purchase.
I hate it. You know,
I don't like multi-club, if I'm honest.
I hate it. I hate it. I honestly hate it. I don't mind if it's like if you own a team that's like, let's say Liverpool's owners owned, like, I don't know, like a 4th-tier German team. I don't mind that because the money's good going into the lower leagues of German football or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Say someone, I don't know, let's say, for example, like a team, let's say Marseille or something like that. Let's say Lyon. Lyon owned a team, and probably the worst example actually of financial difficulty. But let's say Lyon owned, like, I don't know, like Gillingham or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's good because it sort of helps.
It'd be like far off in terms of where you are in rankings in the world. I think you could be far off. I get that.
Yeah. I like that because it sort of can help both.
Like a project as well. Yeah.
But I don't like big. I mean, not saying Getafe are a big club. I don't.
But they are a La Liga club, established La Liga club.
Yeah, exactly. They have been for quite.
Have a possibility of getting in Europe at some point because they are an established La Liga club.
Exactly. Yeah. Who's Palace? Palace's ownership was with Lyon, isn't it?
Yeah, Palace and Lyon. Yeah, that's why they got kicked out of the Europa League.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally. I don't like it. I don't think Liverpool need to do it, to be honest. I'm surprised not anyone's objected to it. If I'm being honest,
it's money.
Yeah, it is, but I don't like it. Put it that way. I'm a miserable lad.
I'd rather like maybe like in a South American team get some players from over there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm game for stuff like that. Like say we own like an Asian team, or like something like from Thailand or Japan or something like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's really good. But something in the same continent, I'm not too keen on.
In the top, obviously the second biggest league in the world. So yeah, I get that. It's too close, as in like the rankings between the clubs.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching then. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for getting comments. John, hope you're well. Make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is a little earlier stream tonight. I've got something going on tonight, so I can't be on tonight for 7 o'clock. But we are back again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Myself and Enz will be doing our regular red zone tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It is the right day, isn't it? It's Thursday today.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Yeah, so it's Friday tomorrow. So me and Enz will be doing a red zone at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and maybe something out in the morning as well if I get a chance to get it out. But yeah, get your notification bells on, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Have a great night, guys. Speak to you all.